enter the Peace Corps Justice app, the #1 moderator streaming app. You will enter live stream shortly. Today's prize? These amazing sneakers. Today's mission? To rescue the influencer princess from the robot scum. She's got 2 billion followers, you know! The first moderator to rescue her on live stream wins the prize. We'll triangulate her location. Right now, she's right in front of you! Watch out!
Mullet Madjack is an extremely fast-paced first-person shooter that was brought to us by developer Hammer95 on May 15th of this year. And I'll just have to come out swinging here and say that this is probably my game of the year at this point in time. Taking heavy influence from 80s and 90s anime, Mullet Madjack's tone and art style is something that is truly unique and stunning. I'm not even a big anime fan, but I couldn't help but fall in love with the perfect blend of anime and 1980s aesthetics, which doesn't stop with the visuals as the soundtrack is so damn cool as well. When you boot up the game and that synth and sax work starts playing, oh man, it's just awesome. It's so good. A bold and brilliant art style goes hand in hand with fantastic, heart-pumping music and solid voice acting across the board. The premise of Mullet Madjack is that humans have evolved into Homo media, or maybe devolved is a better way of putting it, because human beings are now merged with the internet, and if they don't receive enough dopamine every 10 seconds, they die. It is a pretty bleak yet comedic cyberpunk dystopia that really sets this game apart from other futuristic affairs. Our protagonist, Mullet Madjack, has been selected to entertain the masses while hunting down main villain Mr. Bullet, voiced by Gianni Matragrano, in order to rescue the influencer princess. It is a classic setup that frankly feels fresh in this day and age when having a strong male character rescue an attractive woman is seen as a sin in this postmodern landscape we are currently living in. Now, this isn't to take the story too seriously, but it is kind of nice to see this type of story again. The game sees our hero moving from floor to procedurally generated floor within a massive skyscraper, and all of the action is being live streamed the entire time. Each level is made up of 10 floors, and if you die on any floor, you go back to the first floor of that level. Between floors, you get an upgrade that only lasts for the rest of that level. And if you complete a level, which is usually capped off with a unique boss fight, you get to select a permanent upgrade that you take with you for the rest of the campaign. The game is short and the gameplay is simple, but the rapid pacing and brief moments where gameplay is changed up drastically keep you hooked all the way through. Gameplay is similar to another arcade shooter called Post Void. In Post Void and Mullet Madjack, Your health is also a timer. Once you run out of time, you are dead. And this can happen either by not killing enemies quickly enough or by taking too much damage. In Mullet Madjack, certain creative kills will grant you bonus seconds on the clock. For instance, kicking robots into fans or exposed live wires can grant an additional second, or more if the upgrade corresponding to that action is active, which is something that I will get to shortly. The same goes for headshots and even, yes, nut shots, which is pretty hilarious, but also just adds to the stylish nature of the game. Enemies are robots that come in all shapes and sizes. Some rush the player, some shoot at the player with pistols and shotguns, and some explode if the player gets too close. Acting quickly and eliminating all threats with a fast, stylish flow is the objective here. You are constantly moving forward while also doing your best to avoid environmental hazards such as electricity, lasers, acid, lava, and bottomless pits. Mullet has the ability to run, jump, dash, slide, and even wall run. You will oftentimes get the choice to switch out weapons between floors as well, and the weapons include a pistol, katana, shotgun, SMG, plasma rifle, and railgun. Like I mentioned before, upgrades can be selected between floors. These upgrades, for instance, might make it so that headshots, nut shots, or kicking an enemy into an environmental hazard, or killing them with an explosive barrel will grant 3 additional seconds on the clock as opposed to just 2. But you can also select upgraded weapons, oftentimes, with there being 3 levels per each weapon. I put the pistol to good use the most and ended up upgrading it to the level 3 variant, which is infinitely belt-fed and never needs to be reloaded. So you can probably understand why I liked this gun so much. I admittedly didn't use the other weapons all that much. In fact, I didn't use the katanas at all, but the shotgun and railgun were real standouts as well. But that doesn't mean that I won't be coming back to this game. In fact, I'm sure that I certainly will, and on those subsequent playthroughs, I will definitely try out these other weapons because they all do seem fun in their own ways. Aside from this, there is also a hidden assault rifle, which I unfortunately did not find, but from what I have seen in other reviews, it looks very powerful. Beyond the weapons, you can also pick up knives and other objects in the environment to do assassinations that bring your clock or health back up to 100%. And this can also be achieved by drinking cans of soda found in vending machines that you could break open. There are also plenty of difficulty modes that make Mullet Madjack very accessible. I played on the challenge difficulty as I play a lot of first-person shooters, but there are loads of other options if you are new to shooters or new to this specific type of fast-paced shooter. And as I said, this game is very fast-paced. In fact, it might be the fastest shooter that you have ever played. For me, though, the challenge difficulty was a great setting that forced me to learn the game's systems and improve after every death. And I died enough that it was slightly frustrating when it happened, but never infuriating. After each death, I jumped right back into it and gave it another try, knowing that I would beat the level before too long. And even if you feel that push to rush through each floor, stringing together your kills in a methodical and stylish way is really the best way to approach the game. It's more about flow than speed. But yeah, I would say that if you are a fan of anime, the 80s, or first-person shooters, Mullet Madjack is well worth your time. In fact, I would just recommend it to anyone. It plays like an old arcade game, but with way more accessibility. Mullet Madjack is a must-play. Please, for the love of God, go buy this game. And with that, thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to like and subscribe, and dislike it if you absolutely hated it. As always, enjoy the rest of your day.